This podcast was originally live-streamed on the NonSequitur Show on YouTube. New episodes air weekdays, Monday through Friday, at 8 p.m. Eastern at youtube.com/NonSequitur Show. Make sure you never miss a live stream by visiting www.nonsecshow.com/schedule. For the latest news, polls and updates throughout the day, follow us on Twitter, @NonSecShow or Facebook.com/NonSecShow. That's NONSEQ Show. If you'd like to get exclusive content, bi-weekly private hangouts with Kyle and Steve, backstage access to chat with guests after shows hosted on your channel and much more, become a Patreon saint of NonSequitur. It ensures we continue to improve our show and brings you into the process at the same time. Visit patreon.com/NonSequitur today while the limited spots are still available.
The following podcast is intended for those who believe bold ideas are righteous, unique perspectives are gospel, and strong opinions are sacred. This is Non-Sequitur. Never follow. And now, here are your hosts, Kyle Curtis and Steve McRae.
The globe is absolute bollocks. And you're just a stupid fucking bunch of knobs. The globe is absolute bollocks. And you're just a stupid fucking bunch of knobs. The globe is absolute bollocks. And you're just a stupid fucking bunch of knobs. The globe is absolute bollocks. And you're just a stupid fucking bunch of knobs. The globe is absolute bollocks. And you're just a stupid fucking bunch of knobs. The globe is absolute bollocks. And you're just a stupid fucking bunch of knobs. The globe is absolute bollocks. And you're just a stupid fucking bunch of knobs. The globe is absolute bollocks. And you're just a stupid fucking bunch of knobs. Keep up the good work, man, and stay flat, okay?
Okay, I'm a flat earther.
What's up, heathens? How y'all doing? And welcome to Saturday Night Fights. Tonight we have MCToon versus Right the Hand. So first we're going to go into some introductions here. I'm going to allow MCToon and Right the Hand to sort of introduce themselves, what they like to do, what they are going to be discussing, and then we'll be going into the discussion, which I don't think that we had sort of a structured thing. I think it was going to be more discussion-based. So for that, it's very important that we allow each other to finish talking before, I guess you inserting your information. So allow the person to finish talking, and then you can talk. Now, you do have to understand that you can't just gish gallop and lay out a whole bunch of different points. You've got to allow the other person to respond in a timely manner. Otherwise, the discussion's just not going to be worth anything. So as long as we can do that tonight, guys, I think it'll be a very good, non-dumpster fiery kind of session. So why don't we start out with MCToon here? MCToon, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell everybody who you are, what you do.
All right, I'm MCToon like MC Hammer, but I get called MCToon all the time because some people are from Scotland and they can't get that. Not you, but what do? I write software and make some videos.
Okay, so Right the Hand, why don't you introduce yourself?
What up? I'm Right, and I'm retired.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
Dude, I'm not here to I'm not here to make friends with any of y'all. That's not what this is about. I know you guys are looking for, like a clique, be part of the crew, but that's not what I'm about. So I'm all about let's just get down to it.
I'm just about having a good professional kind of, disposition. And so it's not that I'm trying to make friends. It's just trying to be professional.
All right,
Okay. All right. So who would like to start?
I would. Before we start, can we do something? So
sure.
I feel like we need to establish who the burden of proof is on before we get started. So can we agree that the burden of proof is on the person making the affirmative claim, not on the audience to disprove him? Can we agree on that?
The person making a claim has the burden of proof? Sure.
Okay, so if I said, just so we could frame this up, if I said I could fly like Superman, would I have to prove that I could, or would it be on you to prove that I can't?
It would be on you to prove that you can.
Oh, that I can, right? It's on me. Okay. So if I showed you the most complex math formula you've ever seen in your life, and I said, this confirms that I can fly like Superman, would you accept as fact that I can fly like Superman?
I would look at it, and I would
and then what?
See if it makes sense. If it makes sense,
right the hand. I'm not gonna pull punches with this. You have got to let him finish talking before you start talking again.
Let him answer, dude. I didn't say anything.
You just interrupted him, right the hand, and I'm telling you right now.
He said he would look at them. I would say, okay, that was his answer. He said, I would look at them. And then he said, okay, and then what? Okay, so he looked at it. Go.
I looked at it.
Serious
there you go.
Now?
I would have to analyze it. So it's a strong claim. So I would look at it. Look at the evidence. Look at the formulas. See if it makes sense.
The math is crazy complicated. You can't even begin to understand it.
I can't begin to understand it, and it's from you?
No, it's crazy, dude. There's like tangents and cotangents, sines, it's like it looks like it's a blackboard full of equations. Even if you did understand it, it would take you 50 years to get through it. Would you believe that I can fly like Superman?
I don't know what you're getting at here. So get to the point.
Well, just answer the question. I mean, I'm not trying to get anywhere. I'm trying to establish if you would accept a blackboard full of numbers as proof that I could fly like Superman. It's a simple question, yes or no?
I would look at the numbers. I would analyze it, see if it made sense.
Okay, and they did. And they looked at it and they did.
And just because you said sine and cosine and tangent doesn't mean I don't get it.
There's more than that. It's actually propulsion repulsion technology. I created it myself.
Okay, well, yeah. Let's look at
it. So you would believe I can fly like Superman?
I would look at it. I would look at your claim and
you said you would look at it 5 times. And I've asked you, would you believe I could fly like Superman? And you just keep saying I would look at it. I would look at it.
You need to calm down. This is supposed to be a civil discussion. If you cannot calm down,
you're not answering. You're
obfuscating.
Yes or no? Would you believe I can fly like Superman based on a blackboard full of math you couldn't understand?
I've answered the question. Move on.
You said you would look at it. You said, I know you're going to look at it, and you understand it. So do you believe I can fly like Superman based on that blackboard full of math?
I gave you the answer. Let's move on.
No. What was the answer? Yes, if it makes sense?
I would look at it, see if it made sense.
You said nine times he's looked at it now.
I've given you my answer. Let's move on.
That you're going to look at it. So please do not tell me you're going to look at it. If you tell me you're going to look at it again, I'm hanging up and I'm done. Because we have established that you're going to look at it. Now tell me what you're going to do
David,
after you look at it.
Mute him. All right, listen. We are not going to be doing this tonight, right the hand, okay? So what you need to do right now is we need to move the conversation along. If you don't want to move the conversation along, then that's fine. We can find somebody else, or me and MCToon here can have a nice discussion for the next, 40 minutes or so. Whatever. It's up to you right now. You either link this to how it applies to the flat Earth discussion, or I guess you're just going to leave, because we're moving past this. And if you can't get past that, then you're out of here.
That is establishing what proof is. So what you're going to do is then you're going to move to my faith in what light saw proves orbital mechanics and math proves. So before we get there, I'm showing you how ridiculous it looks to me when you try and do it. So if you're going to tell me that a blackboard full of mathematics proves I can fly like Superman, when you've never seen me fly like Superman, I'm leaving the conversation. So is that what you believe, yes or no?
We've moved on. Let's go.
No, I'm not moving. You have to say it. You have to say, yes, Chris, I will believe.
If you're not moving on, this is a producer. Hey, fucktard, shut the hell up.
And then
shut the hell up. If you can't move on, then you're moving out. Bye-bye.
Jesus Christ. Well, that's the shortest Saturday Night Fight.
Indeed. I think you won by default because the guy can't have an honest conversation. Obviously, the point was if you could actually say that you would believe based upon math, then he would be dumbstruck. But you're not going to say that because you have to verify his math, but he never got to that point.
No, but I mean the whole thing is that he could have moved past the situation, but he chose not to. So, I guess he loses. Is there anybody else that we could possibly get in on the call? Is there anybody in the comment section right now?
Sheen thought that Right the Hand was beating me there, so maybe he could pick up where Right the Hand left off.
Maybe so. I don't know. If there's anybody in the comments right now that would like to debate MCToon, let us know. Somebody's saying, Truth Spitta says he was beating you. I think that you have to have the emotional intelligence of more than a 5-year-old, because that's basically what Right the Hand seems to be, is just a 5-year-old that claims that he's retired. I don't know how he actually got through life acting that way.
Yep.
So let's see, Truth Spitta, do you want in on the call? If you do, let us know. Iron Tusk says, "God, listen,
I can't answer a question." Truth Spitta, I answered it 9 times, as he said. So,
just because he didn't like the answer doesn't mean the question was not answered.
Yeah.
No, well, you see, I get the point of asking the question, but he was wanting you to answer in the way that he was wanting. And it's a manipulation tactic, but it's like it's just I don't know. The guy seems like a dipshit. Deranged is a good way to describe it, honey. Yes. Truth Spitta, the moderator hung up on him because he knew he was gonna school him. No, he wasn't going to school him. We kicked him out because he fucking can't get past anything. Like he couldn't get past on the.
He thinks that cosine and tangent is magic. I don't think he could pass 8th grade math.
Well, I don't think that Right the Hand actually understood,